Tuesday, June 29th. To break your snooze. Another former Disney star, Kyle Massey, has been charged with felony sexual conduct with a 13-year-old. This comes in the same month that former Disney star Drake Bell was arrested on similar charges, which is a shock because stuff like that never happens in that industry. And it's not like there was a Disney cruise that took kids snorkeling on Epstein's Island, so probably no reason to bother investigating the safety of children in the entertainment industry. Eesh. Child entertainers. Just sounds creepy. It sounds creepy when I say it, and it sounded creepy in John Podesta's emails. What do you think? Is it a sign of a healthy culture to promote children as entertainment workers? Should you be allowed to be advertised as a sexual object before the age of consent? Hey, how's Britney doing? Animal Tuesday! Did you know koala bears have fingerprints so similar to human beings that they've been confused for human prints at a crime scene? It's true. Either that, or this koala bear shot an Australian man and his family and made it look like a murder-suicide. That was terrible. Tease the day, June 29th, 2021. June 29th, 2008. Thomas Beattie, the world's first pregnant man, gave birth to a daughter. Correction. On this day 13 years ago, a mentally ill woman had a child and said she was a man, and a mentally ill culture went along with the whole thing. Also, calling Thomas Beattie the world's first pregnant man is disrespectful to all the pregnant men before him, who were too oppressed to admit they'd been pushing babies out of their male vaginas. Free at last! Free at last! Bill Cosby is free at last! Convicted serial rapist and iconic comedian Bill Cosby has been released from prison after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his sexual assault conviction due to prosecutorial errors. I bet Hannibal Buress is sweating just a little bit. Basically his fault Cosby went to jail. Nobody knew about Cosby before Buress's bit. Cosby would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling comedians. It's good to know our justice system needs clowns to point out the bad guys. Well, Hannibal better have a nose on the back of his head to smell those Depends coming up from behind, cause Bill Cosby is free and he's pissed. In his pants. It's crazy that Cosby's prosecutors made so many mistakes, but honestly, with all the attacks against government institutions lately, I'm just glad the Supreme Court stepped up to protect the sanctity of law, instead of the 50 women Bill Cosby drugged and molested. Thirsty Thursday. Raw handheld edition. Did you know alcohol triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that's associated with pleasure and satisfaction? Except in women, who typically experience displeasure and dissatisfaction due to the depressant effects of alcohol on the male penis. June 2nd, 2021. To break your snooze. Apparently when the Boy Scouts said always be prepared, they meant for penetration. Nearly 85,000 people have reached an $850 million settlement in sexual abuse claims filed against the Boy Scouts of America. 85,000 people? Were the Boy Scouts literally just scouting for boys to molest? Congratulations, you've earned your Catholic priest badge. The settlement amounts to about $10,000 per person, which doesn't seem like a fair wage for letting your camp counselor kiss you on the neck. But then remember that Mia Khalifa only made about $12,000 as a porn star, and she was a professional. I never understood why my mom refused to let me join the Scouts. It was so infuriating, it seemed so fun and so valuable. I could have got a tuggy in a tent and $10,000? You suck, Mom! The Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy last year as it faced mounting legal costs. No pun intended. This historic child sexual abuse settlement is the largest ever in the United States. I don't like those words. Historic child sexual abuse settlement sounds like the legal definition of Epstein's Island. And largest ever child molestation settlement is kind of a weird thing to brag about. Like, it's good that so many victims are getting justice, but also, what do black people have to do to get some reparations around here?
Black people can't get reparations for being slaves, but a bunch of homosexuals can get reparations for blowing their scout leader when they were 11? But putting all that behind them, the company is proud to announce their new transgender program, the Lady Boy Scouts. Tease in the day, oh.